Welcome to McDonald Maths. In this video we're going to have a look at translations. So translations is one of the transformations you need to know. You need to be able to translate, reflect and rotate shapes. And what translation means is it's where you move a shape, you keep it in the same orientation, but you'll move the shape in the X and Y direction. And the way the questions are worded is it's like translate a shape by vector 9 minus 4. The 9 represents how far you move it in the X direction. That's the top number. And the bottom number represents how far you move it in the Y direction. So it's a bit like X, Y, or exactly like that. If the number is positive, then it moves in the positive X direction. If the first number is positive, that means to the right. If it's negative, so if it was a minus, then it would move in the negative X direction to the left. That's the first number. And for the second number, for the Y, if it's positive, it's going to move up or in the positive Y direction. And if it's negative, it would move down in the negative Y direction. Let's have a look at the first number. That's number 9. That means we're going to move this shape 9 units to the right. So what I'd do is I'd just count across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I was looking for where this point would end up, it would move it 9 to the right. Going to the right because it's positive. And then we've got minus 4. And if the Y value is a minus and we move it in the negative Y direction, which is downwards, then we'd count minus 4, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that point there would be, so that corner would be that point there. And sometimes you'll be able to see, basically we're just drawing the triangle exactly the same as it's shown here, with that point there, which you probably can see the way it's going to be drawn. And we'll just check with another point, and we'll use this one. Actually, we'll use this bottom one, it'll be easier. Right, 9 units in the X direction, therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 units in the negative Y direction, 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore it's here. Now we don't have to put all the marks in, I'm just marking it like this so you can actually see it a bit more easily. And then you probably can see that this corner here would end up here. And then you draw the triangle and it'd look something like that. So let's have another look at another translation. Translate shape A by vector minus 8, 10 and label B. Right, so we're going to translate it by, first of all, minus 8. And that's going to be in the X direction, so it's going to be in the negative X direction or to the left. If we take this point here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to move it 10 up. It's positive, so it's going to be in the positive Y direction, so that's going to be up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that point would be there. You probably can see that we'll do this point just as another reference, but you probably can see how the shape's going to be drawn from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've moved 8 across to the left, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've moved up there. And you probably can see how the points will line up. And if you ruled that shape together, it would look something like this. And because the question asked you to label B, then you would put B there as well. And the last question we're going to look at, sometimes what you'll be asked for is you'll be asked to describe the transformation. Now, they're not going to tell you whether it's a translation, reflection or rotation. The reason we'd know this would be would be a translation is because the orientation of the shape hasn't changed. We can see it hasn't been rotated, and we can see it hasn't been reflected. If it's in exactly the same orientation, then that means it's a translation. And we just need to look at one side and count the distance it's moved. So let's take this point will probably be the easiest here. First we'll count in the x direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's moved 9 to the left. As we said earlier, that's 9 to the left is in a negative x direction. Therefore, it's going to be -9. And then we're going to move downwards. That's in a negative y direction. So if we count downwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's -7. So the way we describe that in the question, to answer the question, is we'd say translation by vector, and we'd have -9 because it's moved -9 units in the x direction, -7 because -7 in the y direction. And that's how you'd answer that question. Thank you for watching. Hope you found that helpful. If you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel. And for practice questions, please visit www.mitchellmathsandscience.com. The link is in the description.